possible nothing has a greater impact on a company's success than its chief executive officer. CEOs set the tone and vision of their companies. On this week's centerpiece, a look at 30 leaders who took the lead in 2018, making them people to watch in 2019. They represent fields in the Cincinnati region that range from healthcare to nonprofits to startups and even baseball. This past year ushered in a wave of more than 50 new leaders across the tri-state who have the ability to make a lasting impact on our region. Courier editors narrowed that list of 50 leaders down to the 30 they believe will be the most influential in 2019. Business Courier editor Rob Dawmeyer joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio to talk about the names on that list. Rob and Kelly.
Thanks, Peg. Rob, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, how did you narrow it down from 50 to 30? What was the criteria?
It wasn't just size, although there are a lot of big companies and big organizations on this list. We wanted to do we just wanted to focus on how important these people were going to be for the city of Cincinnati. Are they going to be change agents? Are there organizations, are there companies involved in changing how Cincinnati is going to look? And if that was the case, they sort of moved on. The 50 that we started with were a great group of 50. There obviously were thousands of new leaders in Cincinnati last year, but we really wanted to look at the ones that you needed to watch this year that were named last year.
And you guys do this every year. You look at these leaders.
Yeah.
So you've been with the Courier for a long time.
I have.
How have the demographics changed? Because that was what was really interesting to me as I just looked at the pictures.
Yeah. Well, Bill Cecilewitz, our managing editor, puts this whole thing together. He's been with us for about 4 or 5 years, so that's how long we've done it. We should have been doing it 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me why we didn't. But the demographics this year, for instance, a third of the people on the list are women, so which is a massive difference if you look at only 5% of public company CEOs are women. So that's still a huge issue nationwide. But if you look locally, some of our big organizations have been Duke Energy, for instance, Convention Visitors Bureau, American Red Cross, on and on, are now run by women, and these are a part of that group that we look at.
And what about people of color?
We have, they're very well represented as well. I would say, I think there are 5 or so, at least, of the 30 that we picked from. American Red Cross, another one there, that we thought, the American
Stephanie
Underground,
Bird,
the Underground Railroad Museum has a new director, Dion. And so we think it's pretty good. It's nowhere near what it should be, but these are positive steps.
So now that you've identified these leaders, how do you, and I don't know, does the Business Courier feel like holding them accountable? Like, how will you measure their success?
That's a great question. We are going to be writing about them, good, bad, or otherwise. So they're going to be in the pages of the Courier going forward. The Reds manager, for instance, is somebody that's on the list. So, you may not think of him as a business story, but the Reds are a big business.
Absolutely.
He's running that team. So we will be measuring their success in our pages. And so you just sort of have to keep your eyes on the Courier, hopefully, and find out how they're doing.
Absolutely. We always do.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, thanks so much.